composure, and may you reach the highest peak of tranquility. I wish for China's
Ask your heart. Are you going to be honorable? Are you going to be proud of what you're going to do? Then do it.
Mabruk to everyone. Thank you.
To serve your country when you come back.
Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite you to stand to salute the class of 2012.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. صاحب السمو راعي الحفل، أصحاب المعالي والسادة، الأفاضل وأعضاء مجلس الأمناء، الضيوف الكرام، أهالينا الأعزاء، أخوتي الطلبة والطالبات، إننا نرحب بكم في حفل تخريج الدفعة السادسة من طلبة البكالوريا الدولية. إننا نجتمع اليوم بمناسبة إنجاز عظيم، إنجاز تطلب بذل جهد وعطاء كبيرين على مدى سنين متتابعة قصرت في عيوننا على الرغم من طولها. نجد في هذه السنين ذكريات عمر قضيناه في مدرسة السلطان، المدرسة التي حظينا بشرف التعلم فيها، المدرسة التي بنينا فيها العديد من الصداقات الثمينة، المدرسة التي وقفنا فيها طلابا وأهال ومعلمين لننشئ مستقبلا لعمان الحبيبة، مستقبلا ساطعا ومنيرا يرفع من شأننا كوطن وأمة. ولذلك نحن هنا في هذا اليوم في هذه المدرسة لنحتفل باكتمال أجمل أجزاء هذا المستقبل.
Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, parents, and teachers. Indeed, it is a memorable moment for me personally to be here today and represent all our diploma students of 2012. We are here to celebrate our special occasion, the 6th International Baccalaureate Graduation Ceremony. Dear parents, on behalf of my fellow students, I stand right here and tell you that the time has come, where every parent in this hall should be proud of everything we achieved so far. You've loved us, supported us, and guided us to where we are now. And on behalf of all students, we thank you and stand grateful for what you have helped us achieve. My fellow students and I have been waiting for this momentous day for a long while. And now, I am proud to say that we are finally here, rewarded with our diplomas. The Sultan School has brought us all together, through the sweat and tears of the IB, through the smiles, laughs, and joy that developed from our companionship. We stand right here together, united for the very last time. 14 years. Yes, it took us 14 years to be where we are now. We supported each other, shared responsibilities, and took care of each other. Unforgettable moments that have passed by. And through it all, we cannot forget those who shed the lights on our path, guided us, enlightened us, and yes, sometimes pushed us to be the best we can be. Our teachers, we thank you. Our first chapter ends today, and tomorrow we begin a new one. This is our first day as young men and women, independent individuals. In the end, it is not going to matter how many breaths we took, but how many moments took our breath away. I welcome you all this evening to share in the joy of our success. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, Board of Trustees, friends of the Sultan School, parents, colleagues and members of the graduating class of 2012. Banan and Mutaz, head girl and head boy, have welcomed you on behalf of the graduating class. May I add my own welcome on behalf of the staff of the school. This evening, we are gathered to celebrate the achievements of the students of the 32nd graduating class. The main purpose of the ceremony is to present the Sultan School diplomas, which signify the completion of their studies at the school. The International Baccalaureate results will not become available until early July, with the actual diplomas arriving about October. We are delighted to have with us this evening His Highness Syed Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed, Advisor to His Majesty, who has kindly agreed to be our guest of honour and later in proceedings to present the diplomas and awards to our graduates. I would like to thank Ahmed Al Manji for his Quran reading and now invite him to address the audience.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. صاحب السمو راعي الحفل، أصحاب المعالي والسعادة، الأفاضل وأولياء الأمور، الضيوف الكرام، أعضاء مجلس الأمناء، المعلمون الأفاضل، أخواني الطلبة والطالبات. أرى أن السفينة قد أوشكت على الرسوب، ورحلتي في مدرسة السلطان قد اقتربت نهايتها، وما هي إلا ساعات قليلة وأطوي آخر صفحاتي الذهبية في هذا الصرح العلمي الشامخ. لكنني سأبقى دوما أراجع هذه الصفحات وأقلبها كي لا أنسى الفضل العظيم الذي قدمته لي هذه المدرسة. يا لها من ليلة رائعة اجتمع فيها أحبتنا في هذه القاعة ليشاركونا فرحة تخرجنا. ما من لحظة أمتع في الدنيا أن ترى من تحبهم أمامك والبسمة تعلو محياهم، والأجمل من ذلك أن تكون أنت من صنع هذه البسمة. أمي وأبي، أما زلتم تذكرون ذلك الطفل الصغير المرح عندما كان لا يفرق بين التمرة والجمرة؟ فعلى مر السنين كانت مدرسة السلطان تسقينا من رحيقها وتعدنا لما ينتظرنا من رحلة ومغامرة جديدة في الغد والمستقبل. فبعد أعوام لا تنسى من العمل والجد في مدرسة السلطان، نحن ها هنا أمامكم ثمار قد أينعت وقد حان قطافها. وما من أحد يستحق الشكر أكثر من صاحب الجلالة السلطان قابوس بن سعيد المعظم حفظه الله ورحمه. فلولاكم يا مولاي ما عهدنا هذه الليلة الرائعة، فأقدم لكم الشكر من أعماق أعماقي، لأنكم اخترتموني ومنحتموني فرصة الدراسة في هذا الصرح العلمي الكبير مع طلاب كنت أجهل من هم من قبل، والآن صاروا لي أخوة. وأنا أؤكد لكم ما من أحد من زملائي ينكر صنيعكم الذي لا يرد، ويرجع الفضل الكبير إلى الأساتذة الذين سقونا رحيق العلم والمعرفة. فكانت رحلتي معهم على متن السفينة مفيدة، لقد استمتعنا معهم كثيرا، وأرجو أن يكونوا هم كذلك استمتعوا معنا. طيلة هذه الأعوام كنا نتهيأ لمرحلة أعلى ورحلة ربما تكون أصعب، ولكن ما تعلمناه في مدرسة السلطان جعل العسر يسرا، جعلت منا رجالا ونساء أكفاء قادرين على التكيف مع كل شيء. فغدا إن شاء الله سنكون في جامعات في مختلف بقاع العالم، سواء كنا في بلادنا الحبيبة عمان أو أي مكان قد اختاره لنا القدر. ربما يرجع معظم الناس من الدراسة مهندسين أو أطباء، ولكن مدرسة السلطان زرعت فينا طموحات عالية. نحن سنبني عمان الحبيبة، سنعود من رحلتنا الجديدة والكل يملأ جعبته أفكاراً عظيمة ومؤهلات كبيرة، لأن سلطنة عمان تستحق أن يكون أبناؤها هكذا. وفي الختام أود أن أقدم التبريكات لإخواني وأخواتي الطلبة لتخرجهم في أرقى المدارس في السلطنة. كم كانت جميلة العشرة معكم، وكم من مرة تمنيت أن نعيش معا أبد الدهر. لقد كنتم عونا لي في كل أعمالي، لقد شاركتموني الأفراح والأفراح، ومرحت معكم في أوقات الفراغ، وعندما يأتي وقت الجد يكون وقت عمل ونشاط. لو أعطيت أمنية واحدة فقط سأتمنى أن نبقى على اتصال مدى الحياة، وتبقى حبال المودة والمحبة والصداقة ما بيننا متينة لا تتزعزع بإذن الله. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
We would now like to present our first musical performance of the evening. I would now like to invite Mr. Mulum Al-Jarrah on stage to address the graduating class and the audience. Mr. Mulum is an ex-pupil of the Sultan School, class of 1987, and is currently the Deputy CEO of Omar North.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. Your Highness, Sayyid Shihab al Said, Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, parents of the graduating class, Board of Trustees, faculty, distinguished guests, and of course graduates of the class of 2012. It's my honor to speak with you today on a little talk I like to call What We Can Accomplish. Because graduates, you might notice that they waited until you were leaving school before they asked me to talk to you. Some of those who knew me when I was graduating here 25 years ago will certainly remember I wasn't exactly a model student at the Sultan School. In fact, I was somewhat of a rebel and was known to get in trouble from time to time. So they probably didn't want me to give you any ideas before now. Yet today, I'm blessed and privileged to be the Deputy CEO of Oman Oil, a company that leads the government's energy investments in Oman and internationally. That is the good news for each and one of you, because if I can do it, well, you get the idea. It puts into perspective what you can accomplish with an education like this, sometimes in spite of yourself. Of course, many of you have prepared yourselves better than I did in high school, and so much the better. Some of you perhaps experimented with a little rebellion of your own. But here you are today nonetheless, graduating. Each of you, in your own way and with your own strengths, has leapt the hurdles of a truly premier education, with a board of trustees, teachers, and staff who cared about your success. And you have done this in most cases, alongside vigorous interest in sports, arts, and active friendships. If someone didn't know better, they would think you were trying to do something special with your lives. It reminds me of an older movie called Dead Poets Society. It's about a leading private school, so in many ways it relates to your experience here. In the movie, one of the students quotes the American philosopher David Henry Thoreau, who wrote that he wished to suck out all the marrow of life. In other words, live fully and to experience everything he could. And you've done a lot of that while here, in part because the school has so much to offer, and in part because you've taken advantage of what is here. Now it's a bit of a mixed bag when you graduate high school, because you're looking forward to real life, and at the same time, are you sure you want to face real life? You never have quite the same safety net, and you're often heading off in new directions you will simply have to figure out for yourselves. But let me give you a little hint. There is a way for you to cheat your way through life. Well, I just don't plan to teach you how until you graduate college. Of course, I'm joking. What I mean is there is a way to almost feel that you are cheating at life because it makes things so much easier in the long run. It's about setting up the foundation for success that many people fail to set up in the early years. You have developed your minds, you have developed skills, and you have developed a strong network of friends and mentors who want to see you succeed. Just as I imagine you'd like to see them succeed, and this will make all the difference for you. Importantly for everyone here today, there's a lot of power to do good when talented people come together to make a difference in the world. And ultimately, that is the message I would like to leave you with today. I call this what you can accomplish. But I'm not just talking about how this education enables you to find a good job in life. This is not about, that's not what it's about. Many of you know the philosophy of Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. That is what I'm talking about. You have been blessed with sharp minds, you've been blessed with opportunity, you've been blessed with a strong sense of motivation, you've been blessed with opportunity at the school, and with connections that can mean the world for you. But it won't mean much unless you apply yourselves to making a difference, especially to the community and country that has given so much to your lives. So you're heading off now in many directions into the world for higher education and for experiences. I urge you to take the world in, learn from it, and grow as individuals. But then to never forget where you came from and what kind of impact you can make by returning here and giving back. In 2010, the United Nations Development Programme ranked Oman as the most improved nation in the last 40 years. And that honor comes to us because of the wise leadership of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said, and contributions of people very much like each of you who have worked hard to make this the best possible land for future generations. I would like you graduates to remember that this school and its alumni are here to help you in this effort. I hope you will reach out to us and take part so that together we can see Oman continuing as the most improved nation for generations to come. So congratulations to you all. You've worked hard and you have earned this day. Now it's time to celebrate, to embrace the coming change, and to continue enjoying the gifts of committing yourself to education, to family, to friends, and to serving the world around you in the best possible way. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gordon. By tradition, one of the best academic students of the graduating class addresses the audience on behalf of their fellow students. I'm pleased to introduce to you Noor Al-Muruki.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, parents, and teachers. The word graduates goes beyond its obvious meanings when describing the class of 2012 behind us. G is for gratitude, as we are grateful to those who have helped us find our way and stopped us from getting lost. R is for respect, as through all the good and bad times, despite the arguments and disputes, we have grown to respect each other and appreciate each other. A is for aspiring. We aspire to become doctors, engineers, lawyers, architects, artists, businessmen, and women. But most of all, we aspire to change the world. D is for dependable. In the past few years especially, we've all had our rough days with IB, where we felt like there was no one to turn to. But with this class, no man or woman was left behind. U is for united, as no matter how far distance separates us, we will always be united at heart, and we will always remember where we came from. A is for adventurous, as there isn't anything we haven't tried. From building a pyramid out of a stack of tables to trying to get into Narnia through a broken door. And we will remain just as fearless in the future. T is for talented, as each and every one of us possess something special about them which separates them from the rest. E is for exceptional, as no matter what life we choose to pursue or what path we decide to take, we will be exceptional in anything we do. S is for serene, as may your future be serene. May you overcome your obstacles with composure, and may you reach the highest peak of tranquility. My fellow classmates, you can choose to blame your circumstances on fate, bad luck, or even bad choices. Or you can fight back. Things aren't always going to be fair in the real world. That's just the way it is. But for the most part, you get what you give. The rest of your life is being shaped right now, with the dreams you chase, the choices you make, and the person you decide to be. The rest of your life is a long time, and the rest of your life starts right now. Now is the time for us to shine. Now is the time when our dreams are within reach and possibilities vast. Now is the time for all of us to become the people we have always dreamed of being. This is your world. You're here. You matter. The world is waiting for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Noor. Karabay Kimji will be reciting a poem now, written by Noor.
Wow. Can you believe that we made it? We're finally here. The day we've dreamt about in years, we're finally here. The moment we celebrate success with our peers. I'm proud of me, but I'm proud of you all too. We've been through so much together for this day to come true. I want to congratulate each and every one of you for striving these past 14 years and pushing each other through. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be standing on this stage. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to speak the words that I do. And now that we're here, I started to think this through. Gosh, I'm really going to miss all of you. So maybe I should say my final word before we all go our separate ways. But there are so many things in my mind that I don't quite know how to say. So I'll start by saying this. I want you to know that this is not the end, that life will be full of goodbyes, that no matter where it takes us, I'll just be a BBM away if you ever need a friend. I want you to know that there isn't anything you can't do, that you can take one look at the world and say, ha, I know how to solve that, I did IB for crying out loud. The world can be a scary place, but just know there isn't anything you can't face. And that's really all I want to say. Mom, Dad, don't take this the wrong way, but these people behind me are my family too. And I just can't walk away from here without having something else to say. I will miss the school bells ringing and lunchtime conversations. I will miss all of our dramatic and awkward situations. I'll miss seeing you all from the morning to the afternoon. I'll miss knowing that when the day is over, I'll see you all again soon. I'll miss the good and bad memories we've had, the hallways that we'll never again pass, the crazy moments and all the laughs. In my heart, you will forever last. And to the class of 2012, I will have to try, although unwillingly, say farewell, good luck, and goodbye.
We now come to the presentation of the diplomas. It is my great pleasure to ask His Highness Syed Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed to join me on stage to address the graduating class.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. أصحاب السمو، أصحاب المعالي، أصحاب السعادة، الأفاضل أولياء الأمور، أبناءنا الخريجين والخريجات من الدفعة 32. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يطيب لي في هذه الأمسية السعيدة أن أكون معكم راعيا لحفل تخريج دفعة جديدة من طلبة وطالبات مدرسة السلطان الذين نهلوا من رحاب العلم والفكر في هذا الصرح التربوي المتميز، متوجين مشوارهم العلمي الذي بدأوه صغارا بهمة صادقة وعزيمة واثقة وبنجاح وتفوق، وقد اكتمل عقد تفوقهم باكتسابهم القيم النبيلة والتقاليد الأصيلة للمجتمع العماني الأبي، مستلهمين في مسيرتهم التوجيهات الأبوية لقائد النهضة العمانية صاحب الجلالة السلطان قابوس بن سعيد المعظم حفظه الله وأرضاه، الذي قاد عمان الغالية إلى ذرى رفيعة من المجد والتقدم. أبناءنا وبناتنا الخريجين، لقد كانت المدرسة رافدا قويا لإعدادكم للحياة بشكل عام وللمراحل الدراسية المستقبلية بشكل خاص، وذلك من خلال البرامج العلمية والتربوية المتميزة والمناهج الدولية التي ستؤهلكم بإذن الله لبناء شخصياتكم وفكركم، لتنفتحوا على مختلف العلوم والثقافات المختلفة لتنهلوا منها بما يفيدكم ويفيد بلدكم ومجتمعكم. وإنني إذ أبارك لكم تخرجكم فإنني أناشدكم أن تشدوا الهمم وتنظروا إلى المستقبل الواعد لتواصلوا جدكم واجتهادكم لإكمال خطكم العلمي والأكاديمي في مرحلة الدراسة الجامعية التي ستصقل بإذن الله تجربتكم. وإنه يتوجب عليكم أن تضعوا نصب أعينكم خدمة وطنكم وتكرسوا كل جهودكم للتزود بكل ما يطور قدراتكم ومهاراتكم ويعدكم للمهام التي تنتظركم بعد التخرج لتؤدوا واجبكم الوطني المقدس وتشاركوا بكل جدارة ومقدرة في تقدم وطنكم وتطوره وتكونوا جزءا فاعلا في بنائه. أيها الحفل الكريم، إننا نحتفل اليوم بتخريج هذا الفوج المبارك من أبنائنا الطلبة والطالبات الذين عملوا بجد واجتهاد لإنهاء هذه المرحلة الدراسية متوجهين إن شاء الله إلى إكمال مرحلة أخرى وهي مرحلة الدراسة الجامعية، فإن المخزون المتنوع من المهارات العلمية والأكاديمية والحياتية التي اكتسبوها من دراستهم في مدرسة السلطان ستسهل لهم الطريق بإذن الله في المرحلة المقبلة ليكملوا مسيرتهم الدراسية بتفوق وتميز. لقد ساهمت مدرسة السلطان دائما وأبدا منذ افتتاحها عام 1977 من القرن الماضي في أداء رسالتها التربوية في المجتمع، واضعة في مقدمة اهتماماتها محورين أساسيين هما الارتقاء بالجودة العملية التربوية والتعليمية وترسيخ الالتزام بالقيم والتقاليد العمانية الأصيلة التي يعتز بها مجتمعنا ووطننا. وحجر الأساس للعيش الكريم والرقي بالإنسان كقول الشاعر: العلم يرفع بيتا لا عماد له والجهل يهدم بيت العز والكرم. أيها الحفل الكريم، إنني أنتهز هذه المناسبة لأتوجه بالتهنئة الصادقة لأولياء أمور الدفعة 32 بتخرج فلذات أكبادهم من هذا الصرح العلمي الذي وضع لبنته الأساسية باني نهضتنا المباركة مولانا حضرة صاحب الجلالة السلطان قابوس المعظم حفظه الله ويرضاه، والذي جعل من التعليم أساس التقدم والنماء وبناء الإنسان في عمان. وختاما باسمكم جميعا أوجه الشكر إلى الهيئتين الإدارية والتعليمية ولمجلس أمناء المدرسة على ما بذلوه من جهود بارزة وملموسة في الارتقاء بالجوانب التربوية والتعليمية في المدرسة، راجين لهذه المنارة العلمية الشامخة أن تبقى دائما مركز إشعاع متوهج يتألق بالفكر والمعرفة ويتدفق بالخير والعطاء للأجيال القادمة ولهذا الوطن المعطاء إن شاء الله. أسأل الله العلي القدير أن يوفقكم ويوفقنا جميعا لما فيه الخير والسداد، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you, Your Highness, for those thoughtful words. We now invite His Highness to present the graduate diplomas. To assist in the presentation of these prizes, we welcome Miss Iron, the school's Vice Principal, to introduce the graduating students. In addition to their high school diploma, each graduating student will receive a gift as a memento of their time at the Sultan School.
صاحب السمو سيد شهاب بن طارق السعيد راعي الحفل، أصحاب السمو والمعالي والسعادة، الأفاضل أعضاء مجلس الأمناء، الأفاضل أولياء الأمور، ضيوفنا الكرام، أعزائي الطلبة، أيها الحفل الكريم. يسعدني أن أقدم لكم طلاب وطالبات الدفعة 32 لخريجي شهادة البكالوريا الدولية في مدرسة السلطان، وتقرأ الأسماء بالتسلسل الأبجدي كما وردت في سجلات المدرسة مبتدئة بالطالبات. فليتفضل خريجنا بنا. ملاك بنت هلال بن علي العبرية. سعيمة بن سليمان مهنا العبرية. سماح بنت أحمد بن سعيد الأنصارية. بلسم بن مسلم بن سلام رازي. شيماء بن سيد بن حمد الأسكية. نور بن خالد بن عبد الوهاب. هبة بن منير بن ثابت البحرشية. خلود بن خالد بن مسلى بن سعود بن إبراهيم البصرية. ميرا بن خالد بن حمد البصرية. لولي جاكلين خيانهون. نجلاء بن داوود بن محمد الكتيسية. دانا بن زياد بن كريم الخميني. نجلاء بن علي بن سالم الحسينية. سارة بن أحمد بن محمد طالبة مريم بنت هشام بن حسن الجمالي. كراتين بن أحمد بن حميد الزبيدي. خير بن سهرة بن ريحان بن عبد الرحمن بن محمد الكوزية. مريم بن علي بن مالك الزوجي. نور بن علي بن محمد المحروسية. دينا مربع. ريان بن أحمد محمد اليمنية. رماس بن نبيل بن عبد الله اليمنية. رزان بن عبد الله بن عامر اليمنية. ثريا بن عامر بن محمد اليمنية. سرايا بن شهاب بن طارق الصعيد. ميسون بن حمد بن كويني الثاني. شجر بن حمد بن ثويني الثاني. جنان اسماعيل سويد. سلمى بن أيمن بن سالم الوهيبية. ميساء بن علي بن خلفان الوهيبية. سهيل بن سيف بن سالم العربي. حقك علي يا سيدي. فراس بن محسن بن خميس الكوشي. غازي بن فيصل بن جاد محمد الكوشي. محمد بن درويش بن اسماعيل الكوشي. عمر بن احمد بن ناصر الكوشي. طاهر بن عبد الحميد بن احمد الكوشي. شكرا الله برجوك. المؤثر بن محمود بن محمد الهنائي. علي بن حميد بن حمد الهنائي. قيس بن سالم بن علي إسماعيل. عبد الله بن مبارك بن سعيد الخضري. أنشد بن أحمد بن حمود الطرطوسي. فريد بن أشعث بن سعيد الهندي. جالب كوفاكس. قاسم بن محمد بن يوسف. محمد بن علي بن محمد المخلوقي. أحمد بن حمد بن محمد المنشي. سالم بن سعيد بن محمد المسعودي. يحيى زكريا رفعت المشي. علي بن محمد بن علي المسافر. منتصر بن محسن بن حميد النعماني. سالم بن حمد بن سالم الرواحي. أحمد بن عبد الرزاق بن علي الصفاوي. معتز بن مسعود بن سليم الشكيري. محمد بن مازن بن عبد الله الطائي. تميم بن راشد بن علي التميمي. فائز بن أحمد بن حامد الدكواني. محمد بن سليمان بن سالم الدكواني. شهاب بن أحمد بن سعود الدكواني. قاسم بن سليم بن قاسم الزواوي. علي بن عبد الله بن سند الزيدي. معاذ بن حمود بن ناصر الزيدي.
Your Highnesses, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the class of 25. We now come to our second musical performance of the evening. To the highly anticipated presentation of awards that recognises excellence in the school. The prize for academic excellence is awarded to a student who performed best in the mock examinations.
جائزة التفوق الأكاديمي نور بنت علي بن محمد المخلوقية.
Achievement in English. The following students have given their very best in every single lesson throughout the year and have shown motivation and drive in meeting challenges.
جائزة الأداء المميز في اللغة الإنجليزية يتقاسمها الطلاب كيرلي بنكاش بنستدين نجلاء بنت علي بن سالم الحقيقي ومحمد بن عبد الله خطار. محمد خطار.
Prize for Arabic Creative Writing. This category nominated students who have demonstrated a unique flair in creative Arabic writing.
جائزة الكتابة الخلاقة في اللغة العربية نور بنت علي بن محمد المخلوقية.
Prize for Outstanding Achievement in Maths. This award goes to a young man who is not only an excellent mathematician, but someone who has demonstrated continued mathematical curiosity. Over the last 2 years, he's shown a keen interest in all new topics encountered on the syllabus and a desire to discuss mathematical topics beyond the course.
جائزة الأداء المميز في مادة الرياضيات تعود إلى أحمد بن حمد بن محمد المنجي.
A shining example of outstanding achievement in science. Here are 2 students who have demonstrated knowledge, understanding and excellence in experimental technique in 2 high-level sciences.
جائزة الأداء المميز في مادة العلوم معاذ بن حمود بن ناصر الأسيدي. ومنتصر بن محسن بن حميد الحمد.
Outstanding contribution to Islamic education. This award is presented to the students who perform best in the Islamic education. This includes his academic performance, his conduct reflecting Islamic culture, his performance in class, and his outstanding Quran recital during flag ceremonies and other school events.
جائزة الأداء المميز في مادة التربية الإسلامية تعود إلى علي بن حميد بن حمد الهلالي.
Prize for Outstanding Achievement in Social Studies. His many contributions to the subject, be it curricular activities or excellent performance, make him a worthy recipient of the prize.
جائزة الأداء المميز في مادة الاجتماعيات تعود إلى عبد الله بن سالم بن حمدان الحافظ.
Prize for Outstanding Achievement in Humanities. Many of the humanities require students to be both scientists and artists. They must explain clearly and concisely abstract concepts in real-world situations. A lateral thinking mind is required to see the links between the many different disciplines.
جائزة الأداء المميز في مادة العلوم الإنسانية تعود إلى نور بنت علي بن محمد المخلوقية.
The IB Visual Arts Prize goes to a student who has exhibited incredible artistic flame over the past 2 years. Paintings of childhood characters border on the surreal and take the viewer on a journey into a highly imaginative world. With a unique talent for painting, this student has not only pushed personal boundaries, but also those of the IB course.
جائزة الأداء المميز في مادة الفن تعود إلى السماح
For her many years of dedication, hard work, and outstanding talent in drama and theatre arts, this student deserves an Oscar. She has been the life and soul of the drama department at the Sultan School, and there will be no other student quite like her. Her personality, kindness, dedication, and unique style of running will never be forgotten. It goes without saying that this student is a true drama queen in every sense of the word.
جائزة الأداء المميز في مادة الدراما تعود إلى الزعيمة المصرية.
The prize for outstanding contribution to music is shared by 2 fine young gentlemen who this academic year have been instrumental in establishing the Sultan School Rock Band. They have shown noteworthy support of our blossoming music department by performing in school and the wider community. Their performance has not only contributed a great deal to enhancing each other's ensembles, performances, but proved to be an inspiration for other younger performers. For their dedication, hard work, commitment and skill as guitarists.
جائزة الأداء المميز في مادة الموسيقى محمد بن سليمان بن سالم الحكواني.
Community Action Service at the Sultan School has shown considerable development over the years since the introduction of the ID. And this is predominantly the result of dedication and commitment of the students involved. The class of 2012 have been no exception to this. However, in every year group there has always been an outstanding student who demonstrates a willingness to go far beyond the call of duty and achieve something that will hopefully stay with them as they leave the Sultan School and go out into the wider world. This year, the only exception to that is there is not one, but 3 students who have shown exceptional commitment to a wide range of activities and who have truly embraced the spirit of the CAS program.
جائزة الكاس الذي تشكل جزءا مهما من منهج البكالوريا الدولية تعود إلى نور بنت علي بن محمد المحمودية.
to Adorum. This award goes to a young lady who has since her time at the school competed to the highest standard in whole school events and represented the school teams in various sports. She has been dedicated to improve her skills and her fitness inside and outside the school, where she thoroughly enjoys horse riding. It has been a pleasure to see her leadership skills and her active role develop within sport at the Sultan School. Prize for the Victor Adorum. This award goes to a young man who strive for excellence in sport at his time at the Sultan School, progressing from an average performer in most sports to a leading sportsman in all activity areas. He has represented the school in every year in a variety of sports teams and provided the younger students by his extracurricular activities involvement a true role model for sport at the Sultan School and the community.
شهادة أفضل طالب رياضي تعود إلى أنشطة
The Citizenship Award goes to a student in recognition of their contribution to the promotion of good citizen practices in their community.
جائزة المواطنة الصالحة تعود إلى عبير بن سالم محمد الشرقية.
Whatever your vision of the Sultan School, the school is ultimately about students, and this evening's graduation is the accumulation of thousands of hours of study, a similar amount of teaching, and many hours of sitting examinations. In order to celebrate the success of the 2012 class and to provide a memorable evening, it is essential that a very special audience is gathered. And on behalf of all the Sultan School community, I would like to thank you for providing such an audience. The 2012 graduation has special significance to me as it is my first as principal. Although I have known of the Sultan School since the late 1990s, when a charming former student of the school came to study at King William's College on the Isle of Man, where I was deputy headmaster. I heard further excellent reports of the school and Oman from former colleagues John and Pam McGregor, who worked here at the school just after the turn of the millennium. As I expected, my first year as principal has been extremely busy, and I have not been able to see as much of the country as I would have liked. However, the parts that I have seen do live up to the description, the jewel of the Gulf. I've also been touched by the warmth of the reception that the Omani people offer, and I've been thoroughly impressed by the levels of courtesy and respect that I have received, and I hope that I've reciprocated appropriately. During the course of the year, I've been asked a few times about my intentions to change the culture. My answer is always the same. It is not my job or intention to change the Omani culture, just the Sultan School educational culture for the better. To that end, many of the graduating class will be aware of my surprise when I analysed the IB results of the 2011 graduating class. The overall results were quite respectable and very much in line with the world IB average. However, to my great surprise, I discovered that out of the top 10 students, 9 of them were young ladies. As a mathematician, this intrigued me, and I calculated the probability of this occurring randomly was less than 1%. Obviously, I've asked the young gentlemen of this year's graduating class if girls are really that much more intelligent than boys. The young men have assured me that this statistic will not be repeated for the class of 2012. We will just have to wait 5 or so weeks to find out. The English have a saying, no man is an island, and indeed this is true in terms of being principal of the Sultan School. And I would like to say a big thank you to my fellow members of the school's executive committee, Mr. Yahir, Ms. Aya, Ms. Ruth and Mr. Stewart, who have worked fantastically hard with commitment and real teamwork to ensure that progress is being made across the school. One must also remember the many teachers who take that extra effort or go the extra mile in preparing students for examinations and add value to our students' lives. I thank them. One group that has greatly assisted me in my first year is the Board of Trustees. I have been grateful for their time, effort and passion in taking the school forwards. I'd like to pay a special tribute to the Chairman of the Board, who has provided me freely with his time and wise counsel. I am most grateful, sir. Whilst there has been a great deal of hard work involved this year, it would be wrong to suggest that the year lacked enjoyment. And I would like to share with you 2 of the lighter moments, neither of which I could possibly have anticipated. At the very start of our school year, one of our intrepid, newly arrived couples set out to buy supplies. City centre was the destination. They had been advised that taxis were readily available and could be identified by their two-tone coloured nature. On exiting the school gates, after a short while, they identified an approaching two-tone vehicle, waved it down and asked to go to city centre. All quite normal, you might think. However, on arrival at city centre, they offered to pay their taxi fare. To their surprise, the Omani gentleman refused their money and explained politely from the passenger seat that the younger Omani gentleman in the driver's seat was having a driving lesson. This is, of course, symptomatic of the courteous and helpful nature of the Omanis. My second lighter moment. Earlier in the school year, a student of the graduating class asked if I could assist him with an ongoing problem. I said, of course. He informed me that he was fed up with being mixed up with Muhammad al-Baluchi. I was instantly curious as to why the mix-up occurred and inquired of the young man's name. His reply, of course, I am also called Muhammad al-Baluchi. Nevertheless, we did sort out the problem. Graduation is a time of mixed emotions. Some of our graduates this evening have been with the Sultan School for many years. Indeed, for the majority of their lives to date. So it is quite natural that many of this evening's celebrations are tinged with a hint of sadness. However, everyone experiences change in life, and for our 32nd graduating class, it is a time of change. In September, they will not be returning to the Sultan School as students, and the future is a little unclear. Their studies here have hopefully developed a passion for life and learning, and I am confident that studying the IB at this Sultan School has equipped them well to face life's challenges and to take the next steps on their educational journey. The Sultan School has many alumni who are leaders in Oman. Indeed, last year's guest of honour, Her Excellency Dr. Madiha, and this evening's guest, Mr. Mullam, are both testimony of what graduates of this school can achieve. Whilst it is difficult to predict precisely what pupils of the 2012 class may aspire to, one area that I have no doubt about, after some of the debates that I've had this year, is that there are potential members of the Shura in this class. I'm always cautious about offering advice concerning areas other than education, but would like to share one quotation and then a few thoughts with the graduating class. The quote is from Mark Twain, the author of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. When I was 17, I was amazed at how little my father knew about life. At the age of 22, I was amazed at how much he had learned in 5 years. I suspect there are very few members of the audience who cannot relate to that. Perhaps in 5 years' time, we may be able to reflect on the quote with the class of 2012. Earlier this year, I spoke briefly to the students about being proud, and that generally students want their parents and families to be proud of them, their teachers and the school to be proud of them, but most important is to be proud of yourselves and have pride in what you do. To that end, my one piece of advice for you: if you are ever in doubt about an action that you are going to take, pause for a while and ask yourself, will I be proud of this action? It will assist you in making good decisions and stand you in good stead for life. I wish each and every one of you the very best for the future, and may you all be blessed in what you do. This year we have been extremely fortunate to have an excellent head boy and an excellent head girl in Mutaz and Banan, and I would like to thank them for all that they have done. I now invite them, on behalf of the class of 2012, to make their way to the audience to present our distinguished guest of honour, His Highness Syed Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed, with a souvenir of this occasion and in appreciation for his kindness in being with us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sultan School Band will now perform the school song, Mahdi.
Thank you.
Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to invite you to stand to salute the class of 2012.
الحمد لله خلصنا هذه الرحلة الطويلة 12 سنة، وأشكر كل اللي ساهم على هاي الرحلة نوصل بنجاح. الحمد لله على كل حال.
الحمد لله نفس الشيء، احنا كل سنة نستمتع أكثر من الأخرى، وهذا كان فخر لنا إن نتخرج هذا السنة.
شكرا.
I'm going to miss school so much, and I'll miss all coming to school every morning and waking up and going into the bus. And yeah, thank you.
Study hard, continue what you have been doing. Be a good to serve your country when you come back after your studies.
Work hard and be always true to yourself.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so proud of everyone in my grades. I'm proud that we made it through IB, and mabruk to everyone. Thank you. Congratulations, mabruk, and good luck.
And to the class of 2012, I will have to try, although unwillingly, say farewell, good luck, and goodbye.